Hello friends, Lisa here from Thermomix Adventures. I'm excited today to show you these cupcakes. Whether you need them gluten-free or not, this recipe is for you and a must-have in your collection of things that you can just easily pull on when you need. So we're going to go straight into start cooking on this recipe. It's so easy, and I'm making gluten-free today, but the recipe is not normally gluten-free, okay? So this, if you follow it through and through as it is, you don't need it to be gluten-free, then you don't need to. I'm also today going to show you how to turn plain flour into self-raising, okay? So come along today for the ride. So first things first, heat the oven to 180, line some cupcake containers. Place 300 grams of white sugar into the Thermomix. Now, if you've only got raw, use what you've got. I've got my larger bag here because I thought I may not have enough in my container. This is a rather large-ish batch of cupcakes. Check out at the beginning how big this batch is. I might be able to scroll up and have a look. Let's have a look. 24, so it's a double batch, like it's 2 lots of 12. Okay, next up, we're going to mill this down. So lid on. I actually have a wet bowl. This is not going to mill well. I didn't look ahead. Probably should have looked ahead, but that's okay. It'll be fine. Normally you want a dry bowl to mill, okay? You'll get icing sugar really fine. Wasn't that organized. Hasn't done a terrible job though, okay? Next, add 250 grams of unsalted butter. Now, if you happen to only have salted, that's okay. Just skip the salt later on in this recipe. Sometimes you just don't have exactly what they're asking for. Let me just pull out a bit of this because I didn't pre-weigh it. It's a little bit solid still. That'll do. Next up, we have mix. So now we're going to do the good old-fashioned creaming of the butter and sugar, but the Thermomix makes light work. 10 seconds is all it takes. It's crazy. Now, my butter was super hard. It's just come out of the fridge, so it won't get super creamy, but it's probably going to be okay, I'm going to guess. The great thing about Thermomix recipes is if you follow them step by step, and if you follow my hints and tips, especially when you are substituting and swapping in things like gluten-free, you'll find success. It's so good. Look at that. Oh my goodness. If I want to repeat that step, by the way, just go up, grab your 3 dots, go set as current step, and go again. So I'm just going to give that a bit longer to come together, just because it looked like little pastry balls, and we didn't quite want, that was not what we're aiming for. That sounds better. Okay, next. Now we've got a whole list of ingredients. Now, one is something you probably don't have in your standard repertoire. Look at that. Perfect. And that's buttermilk. Don't worry. I just use milk. Okay, so feel free to, if you need to use a dairy-free milk, or like me, you're like, I'm not buying buttermilk, just use milk. Okay, I even use Long Life. So 250 grams. So it's a cup in the old-fashioned way before we had a Thermomix and it tells us how to cook. A little bit there. Next up is 4 eggs. Now, because I'm not close enough, it's not doing the little slide off, I can just tick it, that's okay. 4 eggs, in they go. Now, the next one is our self-raising flour. Now, to do that, I only have plain, and I also have gluten-free, as I've mentioned. So I'm going to put in about 420 grams, or thereabouts, of my plain, and then I'm going to use baking powder to increase it. So, and to actually add that self-raising component to it. So I want about 420 approximately. You guys who watch along, you know I'm not overly accurate at times. And then I'm going to use baking powder to actually turn it into self-raising. So for every 100 grams of plain flour, we put in a teaspoon of baking powder. You'll notice I'm not even using real teaspoons. Now the recipe later actually has a teaspoon as well. Plus I've got that extra little 30 grams. So let's just go a little bit bonus. This is the bit that makes it airy. Okay, and then we just need some salt. 1 pinch of salt. In this goes. What I'm also going to do before I go on is I'm going to scrape the sides, get that extra sugar in. And we're going to go next. Now it's going to tell us to blend, so lid on. We've got a 10-second speed 5 blend. Let's go. And very, very shortly, we're going to have a look and see what it's done. Baking is so easy and stress-free in a Thermomix. Think about pre-Thermomix, cups, spoons, hand mixers, big Kenwood mixers, like so different. Okay, we need to scrape down the sides with a spatula. Yeah, we do. Yep. Remember to follow your blades around behind, so in a clockwise direction. Oh, the underneath's done. Check that out. Beautiful. Okay, so let's push the next button. Blend it again. Here we go. 10-second speed 5 again. I love how simple this is. Now, if you want to make it chocolate chips or sultanas, you can. Just put them in, right? Don't do it here, otherwise you'll chop them up. You want to be doing it at the end and using reverse and manual. Let me know if you need help with figuring out how to do that. It's done. Look at this. It's even got the swirl on top. Oh my goodness. Now you can see there's a few lumps there. If you really want to get rid of them, which I might actually take the time to, my butter was incredibly solid today. You saw it sticking together. Just take the time to give it a wipe, like another scrape down. Now to hit the back arrow, actually it still says, put the lid on. It's still there because I didn't actually go forward. It's still on that step. Generally you can hit the repeat here and it does it again. Okay, so it'll just put it there for you. Oh my gosh, this is so quiet. Oh my goodness. All right, so now we're going into little muffin cases and we're going into the oven. All right, next up, divide between 24 muffin little cases and bake for 18 to 20 minutes until the skewer comes out of each one nice and clean. Then you can ice them with your buttercream icing straight out of your Thermomix as well. Look at that, so cool. All right, I got to get these into casings. I hope this has inspired you to add this to your things that you can easily do. No need to go buy cupcakes when you can make them yourself. 24 to go. Cost you a couple of dollars. The most expensive part was probably your eggs. Like, how easy is that? And of course you can do gluten-free, which makes it really easy for a lot of people. If you're dairy-free, you can also do Nuttelex instead of butter into these, and obviously a nut milk or coconut milk instead of milk. But anyway, I hope these have inspired you. I hope you give them a go. Let me know what you think when you do. But otherwise, take care, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now. Okay, guys, Thermomix cleaning, but here are the cupcakes ready for the oven. So they'll go in the oven, and I'll show you the final product. Hope you give these a go. They're really easy.